Babes, it's time for us to have an honest conversation. It's time for us to honestly be real with ourselves in this houseplant community. And you know me, and this my blue book of exposés. We're all about exposing the truth because the truth will ultimately set us free. By the way, if you see me for the first time, my name is Ebuka, a plant icon and an industry whistleblower, basically, based in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, quite frankly, there are certain houseplants that we all don't know how to take care of. We all don't know what we are doing when it comes to these houseplants. There isn't a universal consensus anywhere around the internet about how to take care of these plants. We're all just figuring it out as we go. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that these houseplants are difficult. I'm just saying if you're buying this plant and you think you're gonna come across information about how to take care of these plants on the internet, you may be left confused, bamboozled, and shattered. There isn't a consensus about, okay, this is how I can take care of this plant. Whereas with certain plants, there's a universal consensus, like aglaonemas, for example. We all know you water your aglaonemas when they are dry. Calatheas, for example, we all know you keep them moist. You never let them dry out fully. Whereas with these plants I'm gonna mention, we don't know. Okay? And you're gonna just have to learn by yourself on the go and on the job. Alright? So grab a cup of coffee, grab someone, clutch your pearls, I dare say. Let's get to work exposing. I think we'll have about 6 of these plants that honestly we don't really know how to take care of. First and foremost is begonias. Begonias are extremely beautiful, iconic. Oh, we have different colors, different types, different hybrids. The problem with begonias is that it is such a wide genus. It is a huge genus of plants containing so many native species, and every 5 minutes there's a different hybrid that has just been produced. We also have the rhizomatic begonias, we have the cane begonias, we have the angel wing begonias. Oh my god, it is so diverse. It is so diverse that it is not a one size fits all when it comes to caring for these plants. There are some begonias that actually prefer drought-like conditions, especially the more rhizomatic ones. In my experience, I may be wrong. In my experience, there are other begonias that prefer to be kept perpetually moist. They want to constantly be kept in a terrarium-like setting. So this is such a diverse genus of plants that it is not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to caring for these plants. I'm not necessarily saying that the genus in itself is difficult, and I think this is where a lot of people stumble when it comes to, keeping their begonias alive, and they assume, okay, God, this is a difficult one, because they're trying to use a one-size-fits-all care regimen for their begonia plants. Honey, don't do that. When it comes to begonias, pretty much just go based off of your experience. Let your experience be the guiding force. If you get that begonia and the care instruction says water when dry, but you've noticed that it prefers to stay moist, that's your cue. Keep it moist. If you get that other begonia and the care instruction also says keep moist, but you notice it prefers to dry out completely before you water it, that is your cue. Let your experience be the guiding force. And that is going to be the rule of thumb for all these plants I'm going to mention. Once you start letting your experience be the guiding force for these plants, you're going to be set free from killing them. Okay, so begonias, we have to start off this expose with them. They are too diverse, and every 5 minutes somebody has produced a new hybrid. So it definitely makes care instructions for them quite difficult to pinpoint. All right. Oh, this one, please, I do have to expose this plant for what it really is, because it has the reputation for being an easy plant. Honey, I don't think so. Spider plants. spider plant. Let's be real, girlies. Let's be real. I feel like the people that say spider plants are easy are those that have learned to take care of it based off of their experience. Mark my words, anyone that comes out to say, oh, this is an easy plant, it didn't start off easy with them, first of all. I'm sure they were almost killing that plant. The plant was at the brink of death, and they started learning, oh, okay, this is how to take care of the plant. Oh, okay, and they started responding based off of their experience. And care for that plant became easy. Because, babes, there is so much conflicting information about spider plants. Some will tell you, keep it moist. Some will tell you, water went dry. Some will tell you it is a low light plant. Some will tell you it can take direct sunlight. It's a plant that has mystified and stupefied us for generations. Babes, because I strongly believe with this plant, there's a lot of clashing care information out there. So let your experience be the guide. Okay? Do not start going to the internet and let your experience guide you on how to take care of this plant. And that is what I'm going to do, because I actually like spider plants. I want to try them again, but this time around, I'm going to let my experience be my guiding force, not what I read on the internet or watched on YouTube. Alright, if you're so far feeling the content, you're enjoying the vibes, you're enjoying the boy, subscribe, my love, for more fun content. And if you want more premium, behind the scenes expose, check out my YouTube membership. This next one, I don't see it in our collections anymore. It's like we've pretty much all given up. We've pretty much and rightfully all given up on this plant. I remember about 3 years ago or 4 years ago during the Panini period, it was a hot cake plant and it was being branded as an easy low light plant. Feetonias. When was the last time you saw a Feetonia in someone's collection? We've all been scarred, haven't we? It's a beautiful plant, like beautiful. The only thing we can categorically agree about this plant is that it can be quite dramatic when it is thirsty. It can get very wilted and look like all hope is lost when it is thirsty, and then it quickly bounces back when you have hydrated it. But that seems to be all we can agree on. Is this a plant that we keep moist? We don't know. Is this a plant that we neglect? We don't know. I've seen people grow amazing Feetonias in this part of the world. I've been to their garden and I asked them, how do you take care of it? And they're like, oh, I just neglect it. And then when I try doing so, mine turns into a wilted drama queen and perishes after 3 working days. So darlings, when it comes to Feetonias, I don't think a lot of us girlies know exactly what we're doing on how to take care of this plant. I don't think there's one person that comes out here and says, I'm a Feetonia grain expert. Here's how to grow Feetonia. We don't know. We're just making it up as it goes. Okay, so if you want to approach Feetonias again, I will say let the plant teach you. Sometimes we need to humble ourselves as plant people, as human beings, and let nature do the teaching. How about that? Let the plant teach you and see how it responds to you letting it dry out. See how it responds to you keeping it moist. See how it responds to highlight and to low light, all those things. And then that's how you know, okay, this is what this particular Feetonia needs. And I'm gonna give it more of what it needs. Let the plant teach you. Oh, we're in the spirit today. Somebody shout hallelujah. Okay. This next one, this is an entire genus of plant that honestly has traumatized so many people, yours included, because it is a genus that comprises of so many beautiful species. There is no plant in this genus that is a fugly plant. They're all beautiful, they're all Instagrammable, they're all amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Alocasia. Yeah, I know when we hear Alocasias, we start screaming, we start running to the hills, we start, branding our crosses. But babes, I think this is just a misunderstood genus. I think a lot of us actually do not really know how to take care of this plant. There's so much conflicting information out there about how to take care of this plant. In my humble experience, I've observed that alocasias in my care, they love to be kept perpetually moist. I think that's what we're beginning to agree on. Do not let these babes dry out. Okay, and then when it comes to spider mites, in my humble opinion, I've observed if you constantly shower them, because these guys have a reputation for spider mites, but if you constantly shower them and if you constantly hydrate them, the spider mites will disappear. Also, they have a reputation for shedding leaves. In my humble experience, because they are teaching me, the plants are teaching me, I am just a humble student observing and learning while they teach me. In my humble experience, I've noticed as the plant ages, as it gets bigger, as it gets more mature, it starts to be able to hold on to more leaves. Especially when you keep it hydrated. You don't want them to ever dry out. Okay? But don't take my word for it. Get an alocasia and just observe and respond to its care. Which is why I feel like we need to stop demonizing genuses, but we need to be more observing and unlearn to relearn. Oh, but this is like church service. This is basically church service. Yeah, so that's about alocasias. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you agree so far with what I've said? Please let me know in the comments. I try to reply to as much comments as I can. Do let me know in the comments and let's keep the conversation flowing in the comment section. But we're not done. We have 2 more plants that need to be exposed for what they really are. This is another one I've seen frizzle off from your collections. I don't see these plants in your collections anymore. I guess we've all been collectively traumatized by these plants. Zebra plant. I don't think there's one human being that I personally know of that knows definitively how to take care of this plant. If you ask them, how do I take care of this plant? I don't think there's a consensus. I don't think there's a definitive care guide on how to take care of this plant. Once you buy this plant, you are on your own, babes. The internet is not going to come and rescue you. I've observed that for some people it's a hit or a miss. There are some people they have beautiful specimens of this plant and they tell you they've had it for 900 years. And you're like, wow. And there's some, the moment this plant comes into their house, it dies. I once attempted to buy this plant. It was a very expensive purchase. They are quite expensive in this part of the world. It literally 3 working days and it was growing outdoors. Literally 3 to 5 working days later, it perished. Fun fact, there's a yellow variant of this plant that just grows outdoors here. It's a common hedge plant. It grows outdoors here and it practically takes the full sun and takes neglect. So maybe, I don't know, babes. I don't know. Just know if you're getting this plant, let this plant do the teaching. I think if we start to observe more of these plants, observe how they respond to certain things, certain care conditions, then we're gonna crack the code for them. So if you're gonna get this plant, let it teach you. See how it fares when it is kept moist. See how it fares when it's left to dry out completely. See how it fares, when you expose it to food. Just experiment with this plant until you crack the code. But yeah, zebra plants, don't think you're gonna find information about how to take care of this plant on the internet. This last one, oh God, in fact, I don't even know what the name of this plant is as at 2025, as at the recording of this video, because every year it seems like this plant has a new name. It was once classified as a caladium, now is Xanthosoma. Now I think that's even been changed. The name has also been changed again. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna call her Xanthosoma Please, I can't pronounce the name. I can't. But that's the name of this plant. Girlies, this is a beautiful plant. But I don't think there's anyone out there that knows what they are doing when it comes to this plant too. I don't think there's anyone out there that knows what they are doing when it comes to this plant. I once had a beautiful specimen and I was doing well, and all of a sudden it declined. And then I checked, and then bam, it has popped out again. I'm like, oh, okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the community. I heard someone tell me that this plant, that I should practically neglect it. But I tried to neglect mine and it perished. I mean, it has risen again, but it didn't perish. I've also heard people say keep it moist. I don't know. I think there's one creator I know that has such a beautiful specimen, Lucian Steph. She's the one creator I know that has a beautiful thriving specimen. She needs to write a book and tell us how she takes care of that plant. But for the rest of us, I don't think we are still mystified. We're still trying to figure out how to take care of this plant. Again, I think the one thing, if there's nothing to take out of this video, the one thing we need to take out of this video is let this plant teach us. Let these plants teach us how to take care of them. Let us just humbly observe while these plants teach us how to take care of them. That one that has popped up, I'm actually going to, I think after this video, I'm going to actually remove it. I'm thankful that she has risen again and she's giving me a second chance, right? But I think after this video, I'm going to just unport her from where she is and let her teach me. Let her teach me. I'm like, oh, ye great sensei, teach me how to take care of you. That's what I'm going to do. So my loves, we have come to the end of this video. I honestly really enjoyed making this video. And I hope you enjoyed watching it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with me? Because I thought hard. I thought deep for days before I compiled this list. Do you agree with me that these plants, most people don't know how to take care of them and we're just making it up as we go? Do you agree with me that is the case? Comment section. Let's meet ourselves in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, the usual, like, share and subscribe. If you want to support your boy, you can do so by either joining my YouTube membership or sending a tip of your choice to my Buy Me a Coffee, all linked in my bio. All right, see you in the next video, my loves.